Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Viles. Welcome to my no bullshit leveling guide. This is going to be a pretty short video. Like I said, it's going to be no BS. I don't want to walk around in circles. I also don't want this intro to be too long because you came here for levels. You didn't come here to hear me fucking yap for 15 minutes. So, there's a lot of guides out there. Me personally, I've watched a couple and I wasn't a huge fan. So this is going to be my take on how to level to 50 as fast as possible. Just so you don't make those mistakes very early in Throne of Liberty. Now, I understand that the game's been out for a little while, and some people might have a better concept than I do, but this is just what I feel. So, here it is. You guys will end up starting out in Castleton. This is where you're going to start, and you're going to get a bunch of purple quests. That's going to be your main story. Once you start the main story, take that all the way up until Black Hell Plains. Once you get to Black Hell Plains, you're going to unlock blue quests. Do not fall into the trap, just in case everybody else or you watched another video and they said skip the blue quests, just follow your straight purple quests, and that'll get you all the way to level 50 as soon as possible. Just skip all the blue quests. It's bullshit. You have to do blue quests because I've tried it twice now, and I got stuck both times just following the purple quests. It is physically impossible to level just straight through purple quests. From what I've seen, I don't know if something was going on. Somebody got something like guild and then they popped XP pots or some fucking crazy thing. I was not able to twice. So follow your blue quest. One tip I will give you though is do not go out of your way for the blue quests. A lot of the purple quests will tie into the blue quests. These are called exploration quests. So essentially, just by going around the map, you're going to unlock these exploration quests, and they will end up giving you rewards at the end to level your gear and level your skills. So they will give you certain contracts, certain things like that. So yeah, make sure that you're doing your exploration quests early just to kind of get that headache out of the way right then and there. Now, a big thing as well is early on, you might run into something like this and then your map is glowing like a greenish teal color. One big thing is these are events. Events will be very, very, very important early into getting what's called parchments, which will unlock essentially books that will unlock skills later on. So definitely you want to participate them. They happen every 3 hours. So definitely make sure to do those because they will give you a nice chunk of XP, a couple of mats for leveling your gear, and a bunch of what's called parchments for leveling your skills. They look like these little pieces of paper. So if you think that you're overwhelmed with some inventory space, definitely don't delete these. Once you get to around 38 to 39, so like I said, this Black Hell Plains, the nesting grounds of the Starlight Observatory ruins, every through this should get you about level 24 to 25. Once you hit about 30 to 34, it'll bring you to Vienta Village. What I will say, me personally, I didn't do the dungeon until I think it's like level 32 or 33. If you don't have a static group that you're playing with, the dungeon can be a little bit tedious for people that don't know what they're doing. I'm sure that a lot of people in NA will understand because there's a lot of NA people and EU people playing in KR, so a lot of people know how to do the dungeon, but it can be pretty tedious if you have a tank or a healer that really doesn't know what they're doing. So I would highly recommend if you're going to do that quest, go all the way until the last boss, grab the book, and then get out because the last boss is very, very tedious to kill, and there's really no point because you're just going to replace that gear later anyways. That's just a small tip. So anyways, back to the actual guide. Once you hit about 38 to 39, this is where I hit my first wall on leveling because I was kind of running around different places trying to find out shit to do. This is when I would prioritize blue quests because you're going to start running out of purple quests. I hit about 38 and I ran out of purple quests. So what I did personally is I just started running to all of these zones that have these leveling things between them. So if you look at Windhill Shores, this would be 4 to 7, Black Owl Plains 8 to 11. But when you go down here, you can see certain edges of the map that will unlock. So about 35 to 37, you should be doing blue quests inside of this zone. Once you get to 38 to 40, this will go to Daybreak Shore. This will take you to level 40 and then continue on with your purple quest like normal. So you should go back and do the blue quest with your purple quest, kind of tie them in together, but don't go out of your way for either one of them. Kind of just enjoy leveling. Don't try to make it a process where you have to fucking kill yourself to try to get to 50. Enjoy the grind. I've done it twice now. It is not that bad. It took me around 22 hours for my first character to get to 45, but then it took me about 15 hours to get to 50 on this character. It can be a bit tedious, don't get me wrong, but it is well worth it. It's not that hard to level in this game, but once you hit around 45, you should be maxed out on contracts. You should have around 80 to 85 contracts at this point, if you're playing actively every single day. And what contracts do is they're essentially just quests that are given to you by a certain NPC. In different towns, they will have different rewards. I would highly recommend saving these early until you are stacked to where the point that you cannot take anymore, because you will benefit a lot more later on saving these contracts for your later gear. So what you're going to see here is these contract objectives. They have certain things that need to be done. And then with these, we'll give you a chunk of XP, some mats for leveling, and other certain things like that. Now, what you definitely want to do is you're going to want to save as many of these contracts as possible, but do not cap out. So if you cap out early, it will be a detrimental part to actually leveling, because not only does it give a chunk of XP, but it also gives a chunk of mats. So you definitely don't want to put those off. It is a shit part of the game, don't get me wrong. It's very tedious and it's very chore-like, but once your chores are done, it gives you 10 a day, and you're able to do them whenever you want. So it's not that bad. Save your contracts unless you absolutely can't. From 45 to 49, it's very simple. Just do your purple quests. From this point on, this is what I did personally, is I just did my purple quests, and then I found out level 50 zones, and then I just did the blue quest. So I went to Ruins of Terrain, Watcher's Point, and I went up here and I just did random blue quests to get to 50. But from 45 to 49, it took me around it took me around 25 to 30 minutes to get from 45 to 49. Each quest of your main story will give you around 1.8 to 2.4 million XP, which is nearly a level, almost a level and a half. So definitely take advantage of that at the very end of the game. And then once you ding 50, then you're done. And then you get to actually enjoy the game and all of the content later on. I really hope that this video maybe helped at least one person. If you guys did enjoy the video, I do stream every single day around 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on my days off, obviously, I'll stream whenever I can. But I'm making a goal to stream for 30 days straight. But hopefully this video helped you guys. If you guys need anything to be adjusted, leave it in the comments below. I will answer any questions possible. But happily leveling. I hope this helped at least one person, and if it did, let me know. Have a good one.